Hello everybody and welcome to the Salt Lake City Flyers expansion franchise. This is Kids Are Asleep Gaming and we are in week 5 and we are going up against the Indianapolis Colts this week. We are currently sitting at a 2-2 record going up against the Indianapolis Colts, who are sitting at 0-4. So this should be another good test here for the Flyers to kind of see where they stand. The question is whether or not this will be a close game or not. Playing it at Indianapolis, so it could be a little bit of a tough game just for that reason in and of itself. Welcome viewer, thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. If you're not already a follower, please go ahead and hit that button to follow me. I'd appreciate that. Again, we're playing the Indianapolis Colts here in week 5. Again, we sit at 2-2 after almost all 4 games being close games to the end. It's been fun. It's been enjoyable. Hopefully this is another game that is enjoyable to watch. Let's go ahead and get it here underway as the Indianapolis Colts are ready to kick off. J.J. Nelson is back to receive, and here we go, week 5. Looks like J.J. Nelson's going to take it about at the 5. He's going to come right up the middle here and get tackled. The Flyers are going to start at the 29-yard line here. Geno Smith, as you can see there, is struggling. We're throwing a lot of interceptions. We're sitting at 4 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. It just seems like he's wildly off target sometimes not, but we just kind of try to keep things short for him, short passes, short throws. Anytime we try to throw anything long, 10 to 15 yards or more, it seems like he's way off target. We're going to start here with the handoff to McKinnon. He's going to break it right up the middle. Not a bad gain there on first down. Nice gain of 6 for McKinnon there. We're going to have a 2nd and 4. I think I want to just keep running the ball. When I run the ball, things seem to go better. So that's what we're going to do here. Like I said, Geno Smith's he's inaccurate. He's throwing a lot of interceptions, but I just kind of feel like right now he's my best option. McKinnon there fights through, pushes, ultimately gains 5 yards, gets enough for the first down. Nice run there really for McKinnon, just kind of pushing through, using some power, which he's not really known for. A little bit more of a speed guy, but they were kind of trying to arm tackle, it looked like there. So it's good for the Flyers to get that first down. Always good to get the first down there. West is now in the backfield. We're going to try to run this read option, see how well this works out for us. Hand it off to West, and he ultimately has a nice gain of 9. So that's 3 straight runs in a row. Actually, it was a gain of 8, 3 straight runs in a row. But we're moving the ball here, so that's good. Let's just see if we can keep it up. At this point, my thought process is that I just want to keep running the ball unless I absolutely have to pass. Boyle's going to go in motion there. And West gets stopped there, just short of the first down. Actually, that was McKinnon. Sorry, McKinnon gets stopped there at the first down. And here are your starters for the Flyers. Some notable ones there include, those speed wide receivers that, I've mentioned are kind of a key to what I'm trying to build here. I'm trying to make this team a speed option, speed team with speedy players, obviously running backs, wide receivers. Quarterback's got to be mobile and have some speed. That's just kind of what I'm... Woo. Nice move there. Nice juke move. And Shakandrick West breaks through. I don't know how in the world he made it through, but he's going to end up scoring a touchdown. What an amazing run there by Shakandrick West. He broke some tackles and somehow made it through the defense there and scored a touchdown. What a great start here for the Salt Lake City Flyers. You know, he broke through the line there. I don't really quite know how he did it, but that doesn't really show it. Just for curiosity's sake here, I kind of want to take a quick look at the instant replay just to see what in the world. He gets kind of caught up on his lineman, breaks through him, and then right there, wow, he just throws this guy, says, get off me. Booker looked like, and then he broke through that next tackle and ran it all the way in for the touchdown. Wow, what a great play there by Shikandrick West. Yikes. Crazy way to start the game there. But hey, like I said, I think running the ball is the way to go. We didn't throw it once there with Geno Smith. 5 plays, 71 yards, all runs. So I think we got to stick with the run. I think that's going to be the Flyers' MO, if you will. That's what we got to do. The one thing that I did not do that I do want to get changed here is that drive was not set up to be a no huddle offense. That is something that I do want to include. So I do need to get that switched up for the second drive, running this no huddle offense. That is another aspect of this thing I want to try. I want to get going, and I want to work. So that's what we're going to do, even if it doesn't seem like it's working. My thought process is with this Flyers franchise that I just want to make my way towards that, and I need to practice it, and I need to do it. So that's what we're going to do. Starting here with the Colts' first drive, Andrew Luck is actually playing, unlike in real life. So let's see how he does. He's going to roll out here to the left. He's looking, throws it over the middle there, and he's got Wilson wide open. What a great play by Luck and Wilson for a gain of 31 yards. That's a great opening play there for the Colts on offense. Wow, maybe this game's going to end up being a shootout. It's probably a little bit too early to tell that, but after the first drive there with the Flyers and now the Colts on the nice big play there to start their drive, maybe that's the direction this game's going to go. All right, shotgun set here now for the Colts. A quick pass to Green, short and sweet, pitch and catch for a gain of 6. So I decided to go ahead and start this stream right into the game. We'll look at some other things, look at some of the potential re-signings, do some of our scouting and stuff like that after this game. But I thought maybe to switch it up things a little bit differently here. I don't want to just go ahead and get started. Ooh, nice quick curl right there by Gabriel. Stopped, gets the first down. Nice gain of 6 there. Quick pass from Luck. Gabriel just turned around, caught it. So anyways, we'll start with this game here. Hopefully it's a nice win for the Flyers. Then we'll move into kind of some of the business kind of stuff that we got to get taken care of. We'll kind of do that after this game. We'll take a look at some stats. We'll look at, like I said, some scouting stuff. Make sure we're heading in the right direction with all those things. Now Hill, he breaks out and ultimately has a nice gain of 7. That's Jeremy Hill there, number 22 on the Colts here. I actually think in one of my other previous franchises I tried to sign him, but I've never actually played with Jeremy Hill. We're going to go with the man defense here. Jeremy Hill still in the backfield, I formation. He's going to run it right up the middle, try to get this first down. I'm not quite sure if he had enough. He did. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Colts. They're at the 21-yard line here, trying to get into score some points for themselves. Let's see if we can do something to trip them up here before they are able to score. We're going to run a little zone blitz here. See if we can catch them off guard. They're kind of in this I formation again. We're going to slant the defense to the left, but Jeremy Hill goes to the left, even though I had that potentially covered. Webb ultimately makes the tackle, but it's after a gain of 10 and another first down here for the Colts. They're in the red zone here looking to score for sure. We're going to switch things up here. Go with the man. We've been running a lot of zone. Maybe we just need to, although I don't know that it's really mattered because they've just been running it. Just like the Flyers have been doing. Luck does drop back this time. He's looking to pass. Kind of rolls out to the right here. He breaks away. Looks like he's going to run it. He fumbles it. Get on it. Flyers pick it up. Did the Flyers get it? Flyers got it. What a great stop by the Flyers here. Andrew Luck fumbles the ball after he's rolling out there to the right. And the Flyers pick it up. Turnover, Colts. Wow. Looked like the Colts were ready to drive right down there and score a touchdown, but Luck fumbles it here. And ultimately gets picked up. Kind of reached out with his right hand there and grabbed it. Nice play there by the defense. Way to hold tough against the Colts. Let's come out in the pistol here. What I really want to do is run a play action after the turnover and see if I can throw a bomb, but I'm not going to do that because Geno Smith will probably overthrow it. We're going to hand it off here to McKinnon. Oh, and he's going to get tackled right away. He's fighting through too, but he cannot quite break away from the tackles. And multiple Colts defenders there ultimately get him pulled down. Took 3 though. Not quite sure about this tackling situation. I feel like last week, or last couple of weeks, teams just haven't been tackling, including the Flyers. We're going to try this triple option play here now and see. I want to run some options, so let's give this a go here now. Whoop. Geno Smith, I meant to hand it off there to the fullback, but I don't know if I just didn't hit the button in quick enough time to do so. There's some of the injured players there for the Flyers. I don't know if there's anybody that's so significant that it's hurting our team, but I'd say at this point we've had a surprising start to the season, starting out 2-2. Considering we're treating this as an expansion franchise, so this is a completely new team. He got it to Boyle. Nice play there by Boyle. I thought maybe I threw it there. I threw it / Geno Smith threw it too soon, but he kind of lobbed it out there. Boyle made his cut, and the ball was right there. Nice play. I need to switch this to tempo no huddle. That's what I said I was going to do. So we're going to do that now. We're going to stay with this pistol formation here. I am going to attempt to pass here on first down. Let's see how that goes. He was able to complete 1 there. So let's see if we can complete 2 in a row. Drops back here, just kind of looking for the quick slants. No, almost intercepted. Threw that one late. And ultimately, the defender got there and hit it. He almost walked into the end zone for a pick 6, but luckily, seems to be that he dropped it. Here are the defensive starters for the Colts. I don't necessarily know that I think there's anybody overly significant or exciting. The Colts in this iteration have started out 0-4 in this season. So they are struggling. Of course, they're just trying to get their first win here. So let's see if we can stop them. I'm going to throw it out here to Coates. And he's going to get a gain of 9. Not bad there on second down. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1. And I really just want to attempt to run it here for the first down. We're just going to try to hand it off here to McKinnon and see if we can get this first down. And he's able to get that first down there. He gains 1 yard. Currently has 5 rushes for 14 yards. We're just going to run some quick curls here on this play. Let's see where the defensive backs are. They are playing back, so let's see what the linebackers do. We're going to get it out here to Patterson. Nice hitch route there. There is an injury on the play. Nice throw there by Geno Smith. Right on the money there with Patterson. Nice play. So actually Geno Smith isn't starting out too bad here. He did throw that one pass late, or I threw that one pass late, which therefore prevented him, or almost threw that interception. But that one would have been totally on me. I don't know that all of his interceptions have been totally on me. Some of them, whoop, I don't really know what I was doing there. Geno Smith gets taken down for a loss. It was supposed to be the read option there, but I don't know what happened. Hit the wrong button or something. Coming out here now on 2nd and 11. Geno Smith's going to look to pass here. Oh, and he gets sacked, and there is a flag on the play. And it is holding against the Flyers. That's going to drop them back even further unless for some reason they decide, oh, it is declined. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 17. There is an injury to Grieco. He's an injury machine. He likes to get hurt, it seems like, almost every game. We're going to run, I think we're going to try to just play a little bit smart here. I don't really want to do anything silly at this point. So let's just run a little screen pass here, but specifically to the tight end, just to see if we can throw him off guard here a little bit. See if we can get this out here to the tight end. See if he can gain some yards. Just not quite fast enough, but Boyle does catch it there for a short gain. It is going to bring up 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 15, and the Flyers are going to have to punt. And Boyle is looking for a face mask there, it looks like. I don't know if I saw that, but funny animations sometimes. Makes me laugh. Bannon's back to punt. He's trying to angle it towards the sideline. It's going to bounce about the 2, and go out of bounds at the 1. What a great punt by the Flyers and Bannon. That's going to pin the Colts back, and they're going to have to start this drive at the 1-yard line. Nice play there. Nice kick. Here comes Luck back out on the field. We're going to start this drive. I think I want to try to switch things up here. I want to come after him. And see if we can get the safety. Hill gets the ball and is able to get out of the end zone there, maybe for a gain of 1. I kind of want him to come again. I think I want to blitz him again. Let's see. Let's just run this gap press here. More than anything, I just don't want him to break off a huge run or something silly. Coming out in the pistol formation. That's kind of a not very... Ooh, nice move by Jeremy Hill, basically to avoid the safety. What a juke right there by Jeremy Hill, just to get out of the end zone, because that probably would have been a safety. All right, come in. They're going to keep it safe, it looks like, with a couple running backs and 3 tight ends. I just think I want to come back with the same defense here. I'm assuming they're going to try to run it. And we're just going to have to hopefully stop them here and make them punt the ball. I'm not even overly worried about the safety at this point. That's what I wanted to happen at first. Jeremy Hill gets stopped after a gain of a couple there. It is going to bring up 4th down, and the Colts are going to have to punt. J.J. Nelson is back to receive the punt. He's kind of done pretty good. He's this fast, speedy guy, which is what we want. And so he does pretty well on his punt returns. Let's see if we can do something here with him. I'm going to try to follow. Oh, he did. That guy. Well, there was no blocking. So if there's no blocking, J.J. Nelson isn't going to gain any yards. So that's what happened there. And here comes back the offense. I think we're going to come back out here in this pistol formation again. Get this no huddle going. Flyers do have a good starting field position for this drive. We're going to hand it off to McKinnon here on the outside. He's got the outside, and he is running up the sideline here. And after a nice gain, first down here, but we're coming right back. We're coming right back, and we're coming fast. Flyers are coming fast. Great run there by McKinnon. Able to break it to the outside for a huge gain there. Oh, I'm just not reading those read options correctly. That definitely needed to go to McKinnon there, but I did not even hit the X button at all. And therefore, Geno Smith lost 3 yards. We're going to try to run a little pass play here, looking for either Boyle or Richardson. I do want to keep McKinnon here into pass block because it kind of looks like they're coming. They back out. Throw here over to Richardson over the middle. Tries to juke and gets taken down, but it takes the ball down to the 10-yard line. First and goal here for the Flyers, and they're coming right back. We're a little play action here. See if we can get something. Oh, they're blitzing. Geno Smith rolls out, and he's just going to take it. Running towards it, dives for the pylon. Touchdown, Geno Smith. He just took off there, off to the right, decided to run with it, dove into the end zone, dove to the pylon. Touchdown. That's makes the score 13-0, pending the extra point to make it 14-0. Great start here for the Flyers in this game. Nice run there by Geno Smith. Just take off and run with it. So far, a great start here for the Flyers in this game. That's going to make the score 14-0 with 7 minutes still left in the second quarter. Nice start here for the Flyers. So I've been pretty excited about this Flyers, expansion franchise. I've talked about it before. If you've missed any of the games, any of the previous games, they are on Twitch, as well as actually I've uploaded them to YouTube under Kids Are Asleep. My YouTube channel, the link for that channel is in the description of the previous videos and will ultimately be on this video. So if you miss anything as it relates to these games, please check those out. Subscribe if you're checking out YouTube. I can use all that help I can get. I'm just kind of starting this process of YouTube and Twitch streaming, and I'm excited about it, and I just want to keep it going. Andrew Luck here, quick slant there to T.Y. Hilton. Nice quick 10 yards, first down for the Colts. So I've been doing this Flyers one, where I am calling it an expansion franchise instead of a relocation. Obviously, you can't do a true expansion franchise on Madden 18. So, I've kind of used some ideas specifically from a gentleman on Operation Sports, goes by tubaSimulator. I kind of followed his instructions basically to a T. In order to create this Salt Lake City Flyers franchise, and I'm treating it as an expansion, even though technically, in order to do so, had to relocate a team. Oh, quick pass there to Gabriel. Oh, he breaks off a tackle. He ultimately bounced off of a tackle, and he's going to take it to the house. 10-5, touchdown Colts. I don't know how in the world he didn't get tackled there, but it was just like he bounced off of it. I don't even know who necessarily missed that tackle. Oh, it looked like Hillman had him, and then Hillman got hit by one of his teammates and ultimately caused him to lose control of Gabriel, and Gabriel took off for the touchdown. Nice play there by Gabriel to stay up. Bounce. Just a lot of bouncing around. Pinball game there. Nice play by Gabriel to stay up, take it all the way to the house for the touchdown. Wow, things were going so well there. And now it seems like the Colts are back in the game here. So anyways, I took over the Los Angeles Chargers ultimately made the decision that there just wasn't enough room in Los Angeles for 2 teams. Basically dismantled them, getting rid of all of their players, basically, and then signing a bunch of 1-year contracts to a bunch of scrub players, basically starting, second season from scratch with that team. Whoop! Patterson there had an opening, took it all the way out to the 40. Nice return there by Patterson. And so then you kind of run through, your expansion draft, if you will, poaching other players from other teams, but with specific rules, again, based off of, tubaSimulator's information, with specific rules of who you can and cannot take from these teams. So that's kind of what I've done. And now you obviously have these Salt Lake City Flyers. So in doing that, you get to, pick out your uniforms, you get to kind of do all that stuff, even though I know you only have 3 options. But I specifically, dang it, I tried to hit X there again to hand the ball off to McKinnon. My read option plays are not working out. So sorry, sometimes it's kind of hard to talk and play at the same time. We're going to run a screen pass here to McKinnon. He's going to juke. Oh, look, I thought I was going to be able to get past that guy, but he is not. As you can see there, Geno Smith hasn't started out so bad. Only missed 1 pass. 3rd down and 9. Just going to try to run the draw here. Woo! And McKinnon is going to be close. Try to run the draw there and just kind of break through. It is going to bring up 4th and 1 from the 50. I really want to go for it. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do here. So I kind of picked this name, this city even, really with the thought process and idea. All right, we're going to hand it off to Shikandrick Russ here, see if we can get the 1st down and 4th down, and we get there. That was close, but we made it. We're going to keep things moving here real quick. I'll kind of come back to that conversation here in a minute. Sometimes it's just too hard to play. Whoa! X was wide open there. I don't know if that was Boyle or Lee Smith or who that was, but he was wide open. I just didn't see him till soon enough. Coming right back here, 2nd and 17. Quick pass out here to Patterson, and he catches it. It's for a nice gain there. That's going to bring up a manageable 3rd and 5. I want to kind of keep things short here. Let's run this bench play again. And I want to keep West in here to block. Throw it out to the side, and it is overthrown. That was thrown to Chris Thompson, and he just couldn't get it to him. It's now 4th and 5. And suggestions this time are actually for me to go for it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. My sort of half-thought process is, I know this is maybe not very realistic, but what do the Flyers have to lose? Smith rolls out here to the left. Doesn't really see anybody open. He's going to dive for the 1st down. Geno Smith is making some noise with his legs today. We're going to come right back here again to these curl flats. It seems to be working. The defensive backs here seem to continue to play back. Pass here again to Colts this time on the comeback. Another 1st down. Passing actually is working today for the Flyers. I don't know if that's because the Colts defensive backs are so bad. I didn't really quite look at that stuff before the game started. Oh, Geno Smith, he's going to take off again. There is nobody there on the left-hand side. We're just going to take that right out of bounds for a 1st down. Geno Smith is doing it with his legs today, folks. And some passing, really. I mean, right now, at this point, he's having a great game. doing a little bit of everything, being the ultimate dual threat quarterback. Patterson's on the inside there, so is Boyle. Let's see where this goes here. Try to run out there to the right side there to kind of scramble out to the right and keep things alive a little bit. I probably should have stepped up in the pocket instead there. Mingo was able to get the sack, but he is hurt. So as I was kind of explaining and talking about, so I took this Flyers name kind of on purpose. Like I wanted a name that kind of you would signify with speed and being fast and flying around the field, and obviously the Flyers fit that bill. So that's kind of what I'm trying to build here with the Flyers, is a fast, quick team that flies around the field and plays hard and tough. So that's kind of what the idea is behind this entire franchise. Oh, we're going to throw it out to the edge there, and it is overthrown. That was intended for Patterson. There is a flag on the field. My guess is that's probably going to be holding against the Flyers. That's going to drop them back. It's going to make this a really long third down. Second and 29. I probably, if there's nothing open here right away, I think I just need to, again, play it smart with the thought process that I might still be able to get 3 points here. Just try to hit Colts here coming over the middle, but he is covered. We're going to keep it short here to Patterson. That makes Geno Smith a 9 of 11 for 98 yards. It is 3rd and 23. Let's keep our passes short here again. Check the outside, what they're doing. Looks like it's going to be a zone. Let's keep McKinnon in here to pass block. That seems to be working well. Everyone is covered. Everyone is covered. Geno Smith's going to take off. And ultimately, just get enough to give us a nice chance for a field goal attempt. At 4th and 18, didn't want to make any silly passes, so that was a little bit more of me trying to be a little bit smart and not do anything silly like maybe we've been doing in the first 3 games. So Geno Smith there just takes off for the run. We're going to have a nice 37-yard field goal attempt here to try to make it 17-7. Kick is going to be up here by Hopkins. And it's going to be good, and that's going to make the score 17-7. So kind of going back here to kind of how this original conversation, I was kind of explaining, me starting this up on YouTube and Twitch. The other big news that is in the works here is an NCAA Football 14 dynasty that I have started. I actually streamed the first game on Twitch on Thursday. I had a few issues getting it going. T.Y. Hilton there, looks like he was trying to break away. I had a few issues getting it going. It's actually something that I pre-recorded just because, even I have really good internet, but even though my internet is good, obviously upload speeds maybe are still not great, or not great enough that I can get out what I was considering quality content. In that, I mean, the quality of the video or quality of the content and how it looks. Ultimately, I was trying to stream. Jeremy Hill there gets stopped there right away. I was trying to stream using the Elgato and the Elgato HD, and I was trying to adjust the bit rates and everything to get it to the appropriate levels, so that way I could stream that thing on Thursday. But it just wasn't. The quality was terrible. Like I just my upload speeds I guess just weren't enough. I kept having to decrease the bit rate. It kept saying that he was playing catch up, and it wouldn't let me increase the bit rate, which ultimately would increase the quality of the video. So ultimately I pre-recorded it, and then I tried to upload it to Twitch, and then when it was time to debut, when I was trying to debut it, at 8:30 Mountain Time or whatever, it was still processing, and so it was a really frustrating process. But ultimately, I got it up. It didn't really happen until about 9:30, almost, a little after 9:30. So it was, over an hour late. If you were waiting for that, I apologize. But ultimately, the plan for that series, and I'm excited about that series, is that really excited about that series. It is a team builder dynasty where I made up a team, through the Team Builder website. And obviously put them into NCAA Football 14, and we just played our first game, and it was an exciting game, and it was a fun game, especially for a team. Whoop! Nice pass there to Green. Andrew Luck rolled out there to the right and hit him over the middle. It's a nice play. And now they're coming with 1:41 left here in the quarter, or I should say in the half. And he rolls out to the left here, tries to throw it against the sideline there to T.Y. Hilton, but that pass is incomplete. And so, like I was saying, I'm excited about that dynasty. In fact, it was tough to not want to play another one of those games tonight, but I also am excited about this one. So I'm kind of in a point where I'm really excited about what I'm doing, and it's fun. I hope that more people will jump on the bandwagon here, and follow me on Twitch and subscribe to me on YouTube, and I can get this thing really going. But as it relates to this NCAA Football 14 stuff, so the next kind of thing, ooh, nice feet and bounds there, good play. My plan is to kind of upload to Twitch, if you will, as kind of a live stream, kind of follow along with you guys, watching it, kind of chat with you guys while we're watching, if we can, if anyone wants to do that. By no means, nobody has to, but then I will later kind of condense that video. Ooh, nice, quick comeback right there by T.Y. Hilton. They're really trying to drive here and score before the end of the half. Morris there at the tackle. Let's see if we can hold on here and prevent them from scoring. So then I'm going to, obviously, let's watch this play here, and I'll kind of continue that thought process and continuation. Ooh, Lone looked like he got hurt there. I don't know what the heck happened. His foot and leg kind of seemed like it gave out on him. And for some reason, Andrew Luck didn't go out of bounds there. He slid, and then the Colts had to take a timeout there. That was a weird play by the Colts, and not very good clock management. Let's come after him again. Let's see if we can get to him here. And here we go. Let's see if we can get to him. There, we're coming, and got him. Sack against Luck. He was looking, and ultimately the defensive back there, all the way from the outside, was able to get to him for the sack. Good play there by the Flyers. It's going to bring up 3rd and 15. Let's see if we can hold them here and at least have them just try for the field goal. We're going to blitz at him again. Zone blitz here. We're going to bring, he's going to roll out to the right. I got guys over there, and he's going to get sacked. That is a user sack by Lone. Good play by me. So we were able to hold them. Let's see if they're going to attempt a field goal. I don't know if they're going to be out of range at this point. I wasn't really quite paying close enough attention to see. It's going to be close. They're going to be at about the 31, 32 yard line, it looks like. Let's see if they'll attempt the long field goal. It looks like they are going to attempt it here. Let's see if we can get in there and get the block. If so, that would be a pretty good. And ultimately, that is going to be up, and it is going to be good, making the score 17-10. The ageless Vinatieri kicks that one through the uprights for 3 points there right before the end of the half. Let's see if we can get. Had a couple what look like close breakaways here on kickoffs. Let's see if we can do something here. Whoop. Again, there's just seems like we're so close to breaking one there. Hail Mary. Suggestion is to call Hail Mary at this point. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I just want to kneel it and call it a half here. I think that is the most appropriate thing to do with 4 seconds left. I was going to say something not very nice about Geno Smith, but he's been actually been having a really good game, so I'm not going to do that. But ultimately here at halftime, it is 17-10. A couple great plays by the Flyers. That one there by Shakandrick West, who ultimately broke a bunch of tackles, threw a guy to the side, and ran it in for the touchdown. That was the first score for the Flyers. Second score was Geno Smith, who decided to roll out to the right, run it up the sideline, dive to the pylon, and score a touchdown. So that was a great play. Looking at the stats there, it seemed fairly even, but kind of flip-flopped. At this point, pretty good, for Geno Smith there, 9 for 11 for 98 yards. I mean, that's pretty good. Hasn't made any mistakes. Been running the ball and able to score some touchdowns. So, excuse me. Quick drink there. Sorry about that. Throat's getting dry. So coming back out here for the second half. Flyers are kicking off here to start the second half, which is probably good for the Colts. They obviously want to see if they can get a drive going here and tie this game up. Kind of looked like it was going to get a little bit out of hand initially there, as the Salt Lake City Flyers in the second quarter, went up 14-0 and seemed to be somewhat dominating the game. And then there was a play there to TJ Gabriel, who, it was just a short pass play and a nothingness pass play. It was kind of right there at the level of the linebackers. And somehow he just, like a pinball, just started bouncing all over the place, broke away, and scored a touchdown and made it 14-7. And kind of since then, it seems like they've kind of got a little bit of momentum, and that's been helping them for sure. T.Y. Hill here. Oh, nice move. Keeps spinning and breaking tackles. Andrew Luck's now 10 of 11 for 176 yards. I think we need to get a little bit more pressure on that guy. So continuing my conversation, talking about this new NCAA Football 14 dynasty. Specifically, the school name is the Red Rock University Wranglers. They are based out of Sedona, Arizona. I grew up in Sedona, and so that's kind of the impetus. And I took that Red Rock. Whoa, nice hit there. Nice hit there by Barron and knocked the ball out of Gabriel's hand. Nice play. So that was kind of the impetus growing up in Arizona. That's I took obviously Sedona is known for their Red Rock formations, so I just decided to just take the Red Rock University name, if you will, and give them the Wranglers. So I'm really excited about getting that one going and getting that one started. So like I was saying, I'm gonna kind of put upload things as live-ish as I can to maintain the quality of the videos on Twitch, and then I'm later going to condense down the videos and then upload them to YouTube. So for those of you that are watching me on YouTube, if you want to watch any pseudo live streams of the NCAA football 14 Red Rock Wranglers games, obviously you can come onto Twitch, check those out, but I will be uploading also a condensed version of those games. Seems like a lot of other YouTube gamers that do that NCAA football game, that's kind of how they do it. So I'm going to try to do that, kind of emulate those guys, because they're having a lot of success, and I really want to try to do what they're doing. And plus, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. It's a good outlet for me. When the kids are asleep, as my name suggests, my outlet is playing some football video games. And at this point, I've just kind of decided, why not share it? Why not share it with people? Share it with people, and then maybe make a little money on the side if that's how it works out. But if it doesn't, I don't even know that I really care. I just kind of want I want other people to enjoy it. I enjoy watching other people's stuff. I watch Mr. Hurricane. I watch Moonlight Swami. I watch Param Crow. I watch all these guys. Spotlight Productions. He does some really good NCAA football stuff. He was actually my first subscriber. So shout out to him for being my first subscriber. That was exciting. And so this is kind of what I want to do. I'm having fun with it. It's an enjoyable, and like I said, it's a good outlet for me, especially after the kids are in bed, and I can kind of sit down and enjoy this. Be kind of my time to relax and enjoy some football. Hopefully, I can share that kind of same thing with you. If you're enjoying watching it, then that makes me happy, all the happier. So. All right, so the Colts here are continuing to drive. Part of that might be I don't really know that I'm concentrating very well, trying to explain stuff and talk. Sometimes I'm still kind of getting used to that aspect of things for sure, as it relates to this streaming stuff. Kind of hard to sometimes play and talk at the same time. I'm still kind of learning how to do that. Yes, again, short little pass there to Gabriel. That's basically the same play that they ran to get that first touchdown, and Gabriel just bounced off all those players, but very similar type play, if not exactly the same play. But that time, the Flyers and Barron there, it looked like Barron and Hillman were able to stop him. So that's good. Glad we were able to make that adjustment there. Looks like they're going to come out in a 4 wide receiver set here. We're in a little cover 3. Let's see, Luck and the Colts here come out in the shotgun formation. Hill's in the backfield. Luck is looking, ultimately decides to step up in the pocket. I don't even know what happened there. It looked like it bounced off of it, but nobody was there. That was a weird looking play. And or it was almost like he tried to throw it but tried to pull it back. That's a weird Madden hiccup, I think, right there. That was weird. That was funny looking. My best answer to that is that he was going to throw it, and as people do, they change their mind. As their arm is already moving, he tried to hold it back, but couldn't, and just lost the grip of the ball. That's what I'm going to say what happened there. Oh, they're going to come with the screen here. Jeremy Hill's got it. Let's see if they can make the tackle. Nope. But Jeremy Hill does too many jukes and ultimately jukes himself right out of bounds. So that is going to be a first down. So that is good for the Colts, but probably could have been a touchdown if Jeremy Hill wouldn't have juked out of bounds there. We're going to come with the man. We've been playing a lot of zone here. We're going to slant to the left here on the defensive line because that's the direction they want to run. Pope gets the ball, and we are there to stop him. So that is going to be a loss of 1. Dawson with the tackle there. Nice play across the board there for the Flyers. Let's see if we can hold him here once again, as we did kind of that last drive at the end of the half. We're going to slant again here to the left. Oh, and they're going to run it that way again. So again, I kind of guessed what they were going to do there, running it to the left. And so I've been slanting my defensive line to the side of the tight end, basically, and that is working out for me, at least on those 2 plays. We're going to just cover the sticks here. We're going to zone blitz here, cover 3 specifically. We're going to cover the sticks there, hopefully, and see if we can at least prevent them from scoring or getting anything more than an attempt at a touchdown. Andrew Luck's going to take off here, and ultimately he's going to step out of bounds. That's really close, but I think it is going to bring up 4th and 1. Let's see if they will go for it or kick the field goal. I assume they'll kick the field goal. Nice play there by Andrew Luck, just short there on 3rd and long. He took off. I didn't really have a spy there, which is probably what I should have done, because he's been taking off a lot here in this game. So moving forward here, we definitely might have to think about doing that. Kick is up, kick is good. That's going to make the score 17-13. Flyers are still in the lead here, about halfway through the 3rd quarter. I am kind of playing 9-minute quarters. That kind of is related to the sliders that I'm using. The sliders I am using, again, if you have not paid much attention, are Schnott 1 sliders. Crazy setup. He's on Operation Sports 2. That link is also down in the description of the previous videos and will be in this one later. But he's got kind of a crazy setup. You're doing a bunch of stuff in the main menu, and then ultimately you're changing things up when you get into franchise. And one of his suggestions, or one of his thoughts, is you got to run 9-minute quarters. So that's what I'm doing. We're going to come back here to this pistol. It seems to be working. And we're going to open up this this drive here to start with a quick screen here to McKinnon. See if we can get a nice gain here right off the bat. He gets it out here. Oh, but that's actually covered up pretty well. So that was only a gain of 1. So I don't know if pretty well is the right way to say that. It was covered up really well. Oh, I forgot. I need to get the changes there at the end of the half there. I need to go back to the no huddle. We're going to run it here. We're going to try this triple option again, even though my read options and everything haven't been working very well today. We're going to have to see. We got it. Oh, we got it to Bluglavzian, whatever it is. Sorry, Dragosevic. What a great name, Dragosevic. Makes me laugh, but every time I hand him the ball, which I've done a few times in this series so far, I can never remember his name. I should always remember Drago, just because. Ooh, nice run here by Shakandrick West. Should always remember Drago because of Rocky 4. I think that's how I'm going to remember it moving forward here. I just kind of thought about that. All right, we need to get going here. No huddle. Let's run a quick pass here. 2nd and 4. Really would be a good setup for a play action. I don't know if I've got a play action. Let's go with this play action option pass on 2nd and 4 here, just to see what we can do. Oh! So it looked like it was going to get sacked there. Somehow he slipped the sack and he threw it, but threw it right into the back of his lineman, it looked like. Play didn't quite work as well as I hoped. So we'll come back to the play that I originally called, actually, last time here. We're actually going to look for Dragosevic coming out of the backfield here, and or Richardson there. So we're going to kind of stick to this left side here. Oh, and he is covered. I thought that linebacker, oh no. Smith has got to get over here to Simon and is able to undercut him and tackle him there. Bad throw. That one was completely on me. I thought the linebacker was going to follow Dragosevic there across the field, but he's stuck right there with Richardson, and I threw it to Richardson, and ultimately it was intercepted. I thought Mr. Simon there was going to follow Dragosevic as he started to cut across the field, but That did not happen. So that is an interception by Geno Smith. And that is one on the day so far. We continue to throw a lot of interceptions. And that has been the MO kind of this team at this point in the series. It seems like things are going fairly well for the Flyers, and then a turnover happens, whether or not that is a interception, a fumble, and that seems to switch the momentum for the opposing team, obviously, which it should in real life. Real life that happens. It should happen in the video game, well, at least hopefully. And that's ultimately what has hurt the Flyers for sure. Probably kept games closer than they maybe should have, and or caused the losses that we've had. So, quick slant there to Gabriel. Looked like it was going to be slightly overthrown, but Gabriel reached out, caught it with his fingertips, it looked like. Excuse me again. It's now going to be 1st and 10 in the red zone here for the Colts. Trying to, of course, score more than a field goal here. Kind of had that touchdown to Gabriel, then a couple field goals. We've kind of held strong here. They've been able to drive down the field, and the Flyers kind of stepped it up, it seems like, and then able to hold strong. But Jeremy Hill is going to break free there and get a first down, but just short of the end zone. That's going to be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. They're going to spread us out here, it looks like. The 3 wide receiver set. I'm not going to trust it, and I'm going to blitz right up the middle. Let's see what they actually try to do here. Pistol formation. Oh, they're going to run a read option and Luck's going to keep it and walk into the end zone. A nice call there by the Colts for the touchdown, and they are now going to take the lead. Very nice play call there. I'd assume they were going to run that puppy right up the middle, and I was wrong. Barring the extra point here, score is going to be 20-17. After the Flyers were ahead 14-0 in the second quarter there, the Colts have stepped up their game, decided to play, I guess, and now they have now taken the lead here at the end of the third quarter, 20-17. Great turnaround, I guess, here by the Colts. A little disappointed, obviously, but what are we going to do? Nice spin move there by Patterson. He breaks the tackle. Looked like he was going to try to get away there, but just couldn't quite get it done. But nice return nonetheless. Excuse me, need a little drink there. We're going to go back to this inside zone play. That has definitely worked for the first part of this game here. Giving it to McKinnon. Let's see if we can continue it. Oh yeah, and that continues to work. Nice move there by McKinnon, trying to get away. Almost got out there, but almost got out there to the left. He had a blocker, but couldn't quite get there. We're going to run this screen here. Wide receiver screen. Whoop. Couldn't quite get rid of the ball, but everyone is playing way back, and so Coates has an easy first down there. Everybody seemed like they were just playing so far back on that play. We're going to keep McKinnon in here to pass block. That seemed to help. The first 3 games we had a ton of interceptions. Just an absolute ton. Coates again. Nice play there. That's 2 in a row to Coates. Or basically another 10 yards. And so we gave up a ton of sacks those first 3 games. Last week we tried to do a better job of keeping running back in to help block, and that made a huge difference as we only gave up 3 versus the first few games we had 6 and 7 sacks in each of those games. We're going to throw it out here to Colts again. It's supposed to be a fake screen, but everyone was dropping back, although as soon as the pass got there to Colts, the Colts were right on them, so it was really only a gain of 2 there. We're going to flip things over here to the left side. They're completely over here on this right side. I don't want to run the ball that way. We're going to switch it here to the left side. And that is the end of the third quarter. That was somewhat of a saving grace there. I was trying to flip up my play. Wasn't even really paying attention to the clock actually, but I'm glad that actually worked out in my favor, because I don't really think that play was going to work very well. So everybody hold up your 4s. We're heading to the fourth quarter with the Colts leading 20-17. Let's see if the Flyers can pull out another close game here. I think all of the games we've had have all been close, except for maybe one. They've all kind of basically come down to last drives. So they've been really exciting and fun, and this one looks like it's heading in that direction as well. Going to hand it off to McKinnon. Gets caught up on the lineman there at first, but then breaks away. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Run this dagger play here, but I do, like I've been doing, want to keep McKinnon in here to block. Gets it out to Patterson. Oh, and he is able to break that first initial tackle attempt. Thought he was going to get away there, but he did not. But that brings up 1st and 10. Flyers in the red zone here, looking to score. We're going to run the draw to McKinnon. Was trying to run away from those linebackers coming at him. Wasn't quite able to get away. Run the ball here to McKinnon again. Running it out here to the right. We're going to hope everyone can block. Nope, nobody wants to block. They let him go completely free. No one touches that linebacker. And ultimately, loss of yards there. So we need to play it smart here once again. I want to get some points, and I don't want to risk it. We're going to run a simple screen here, and that's going to get covered up. Looks like Colts read that, but that was playing it safe. With a long 3rd down play, I didn't want to do anything silly, so basically going to take the field goal points here, assuming that we make it and or it's not blocked. All right, kick is up and kick is good, and that will tie the game at 20. I feel pretty good about that decision actually. Kind of playing it smart, not making any silly mistakes. Kicking it off here, T.Y. Hilton is back to receive. He's going to take it out of the end zone. He's going to take it right up the middle and gets hit hard there by Hillman. Hillman is my starting linebacker. I don't really know that I love him playing on special teams. It's interesting. He is my superstar linebacker that I drafted in the last draft. I think he was either my 3rd or 4th round pick. I can never remember. I really should go back and check that. But technically where it was in the draft, it was an excellent pick for sure. All right. Luck and the Colts come out here in the shotgun, and it's a false start on the offense there. That's going to take them back 5 yards, make it 1st and 15. We're going to go little man defense here, blitz them up the middle. We're going to hope that they're going to hand it off here to Jeremy Hill on kind of a safe play on 1st and 15. But nope, that's not what they were going to do. Luck rolls out there to the right. And Armstrong, Ray Armstrong follows him and gets him for the sack. Good job there by Ray Armstrong breaking off of that offensive lineman there. The tackle, as Andrew Luck was starting to roll out there to the right, break off from him and get the sack. Nice play by Armstrong. Now 2nd and 20. Kind of want to keep them on their toes. We're going to run cover 3 blitz here. I really just want to, well, they're going to hand it off right up the middle, and Hillman makes the tackle. That's going to bring up 3rd and 18. I'm going to run that same blitz play. We're going to cover the sticks. This is kind of my go-to play on 3rd and long. I don't like to give the quarterbacks huge amount of time. Ooh, nice play there. Nice play by Webster on that one. With the shoestring tackle, looked like he might have been able to garner some more yards there, but I don't know if he would have gotten the first down. But Webster was able there to get him for the tackle. That's going to bring up 4th down. J.J. Nelson is going to be back to receive again. We'll see if anybody will want to block this time around, so maybe J.J. Nelson can have a little bit of a return. Let's see what happens. J.J. Nelson takes it. Again, not really very much blocking. Those 2 guys there, 2 blockers on the left there, ran away from the people that were coming down the field. It's interesting. We're going to come out here with this halfback stretch. The last time I ran this halfback stretch, actually got a lot of yards earlier in the game. Let's see what we can do here with this one. Ooh, stay up. I would have gotten past that lineman there. It would have been a huge gain probably. It's going to be 2nd and 3. We're going to run up this play action skin slant. Let's see if we can hit right is really what I want to do. Just because. Nope. Where? So there you go. As I was mentioning, it is a holding call obviously on the Flyers. So that's going to take them back anyway. That play ultimately wouldn't have really mattered. But that was a terribly inaccurate throw there by Geno Smith. Kind of some of the stuff I was mentioning earlier. And he just kind of struggles. He struggles with longer passes for sure. He does not have any deep accuracy. Luckily that was kind of thrown to no man's land. Thompson comes there in motion, coming across the field. Oh, and almost intercepted. That was pretty much perfectly covered there by Carroll. And I threw it anyway. I was kind of hoping that West was going to make it behind him. But that was just great defense there by Carroll. We're going to come back. The same type look on this play here. Kind of looking maybe for Nelson or Thompson over the top, but I don't think that's going to be open. We're going to keep Weston here to block. Wright comes across the field. They're in motion. And Geno Smith's going to take off. And ultimately stiff-arm Carroll, but he's not able to get the first down. That's going to bring up 4th and 4. Flyers are going to punt. I want to take this time to thank my my viewer that has stuck with me. Seems like throughout this whole game. So I appreciate you watching. If you're not currently a follower, I'd appreciate if you'd become one. But in any case, I thank you for your support and I thank you for watching. Spread the word. Hopefully this is enjoyable enough that people would like to, come and watch. If not, I appreciate some feedback. Any feedback is helpful. You can call it what you want, constructive criticism, or just downright, hey, you're not very good at this. You need to change something. And I'll take it. I want this to be fun. I want this to be enjoyable. I want people to become followers and subscribers and whatever term you need to use. But I want this to be good for everybody. So I formation here for the Colts. They're going to try to run it right up the middle here. Can't quite bring him down, but they're able to get Hill down here. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. And they're going to come out in a 2 running back, 2 wide receiver set. We want to tough call. Are they going to run it? They're going to pass it. What's going to happen here? I want to... Well, I didn't get it done fast enough. And that's going to hurt me. So T.Y. Hilton there on the quick slant. Right over the middle. First down, Colts. 4 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the game. And counting. Luck and the Colts back out here in the pistol formation. Jeremy Hill in the backfield. Oh, he's going to run it to the right, and I overran it. And that's going to be another first down for the Colts. Nice run there. Hill's 15 rushes for 75 yards. It's a pretty good game there for Hill. We're going to run a man. I feel like we've been running a lot of zone in this game. I don't know if one has been working more than another. Kind of don't think so. Nice pass, quick pass play there to Green, tackled by Barron. Still had a nice gain of 8 for the Colts. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2. We're going to come with the blitz here up the middle, thinking that they're going to run it up the middle and hope we can get a stop here on 2nd and 2 to bring up 3rd down. But nope, they're going to pass it. Fake screen. Luck rolls out to the right and gets tackled again by Ray Armstrong. But he does come up injured, grabbing at his back. But that is, again, a nice play there by Ray Armstrong. He's able to break off of that tackle, the right tackle there, and get Andrew Luck as he's rolling out to the right. So that has happened a couple times here in this game. Good job, Ray Armstrong. Looks like hopefully he's going to be okay there. Usually when they're standing on the sideline drinking their Gatorade, I always assume they're going to come back. Now 3rd and 11. We're going to come back to this play that I do like to run. Actually, you know what? I'm going to switch it up. Didn't do it in time. Let's see what they got me running. No. We're going to blitz them. And here comes, right up the middle. Sack. Andrew Luck breaks that sack. And then throws it back towards Wilson. And he undercuts that tackle. Breaks another one. And he's going to go in for the touchdown. What a crazy play there by the Colts. Holy smokes. That's one of the craziest things I think I've ever seen on Madden. Like in terms of, you know, Andrew Luck somehow getting out of that sack, and then it's partly an animation thing, but partly it just looks cool. That's just a great play there by the Colts. I want to see that one more time. See if we can see the whole play here one more time. I just want to. So Andrew Luck here drops back. Barron's coming right up the middle, and somehow, some way, breaks out of that sack, rolls out here to the left, sees Wilson coming back towards the ball, and Wilson, as just part of the catch animation and turn, is so low here that when Webster comes to make the tackle, he goes right over the top of him. And then 2 tackles missed there by Knight and Morris, and he's able to take it to the house for the touchdown. Wow. Great play there by the Colts. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. Feel like the right play call was done. Everything was done right. Somehow, some way, the Colts were able to still score that crazy touchdown. If I was playing on All Madden, I'd call that some All Madden cheese. But I am not playing on All Madden, so can't call it that. In any case here, now with 3 minutes left in the game, the Colts are winning 27-20. J.J. Nelson's back to receive. He's going to take it up the middle here. Cut back into, and he's twisting, trying to get away. But he's not going to be able to, and he's going to be brought down at the 29-yard line. And that's where the Flyers' drive is going to start here. We're going to come out here right away with the pass play, which I don't know if that's the smartest thing based on some things that I have said obviously previously in this stream. But Geno Smith has been having a pretty good game here, so we're gonna test it out. I do want to keep McKinnon in the block because that seems to be working. Ooh, pass over there to right. Strike to right there on the in route. Nice play. Nice gain, 1st and 10. Come right back here and pass again. I actually don't really know that we have much of a choice at this point in the game, as we do need to try to get down here and score a touchdown and tie up this game. Kwiatkowski with the interception. Terrible throw by Geno Smith there. Thought that the wide receiver was ultimately going to cut up the field. He did not. I was going for the lob and ultimately caused the pick there. Luckily, Kwiatkowski was caught, but that is not a good way for this game to end. Although there's still some time left, but I don't know, unless we get a huge play here of some sort. Nice catch there by Green, jumping up to get that one. Andrew Luck now has 308 yards and a couple touchdowns, so he's just having a monster game. Just can't really contain him. He's moving around the pocket, breaking off tackles from sacks. I mean, he's just having a great game. Hand it off here to Jeremy Hill on the delay. And he is going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown Colts. That is going to make the score 33-20. And the extra point is going to be up and good. That is going to make the score 34-20. Although there is a flag on the field. There's a personal foul running into the kicker. Interesting. That must have been me. I must have just carried that guy that was coming in to try to block it. So this will probably most definitely be a touchback. We're going to just let that go into the end zone. So with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left, Flyers do have all 3 timeouts left. Geno Smith there, 16 of 22, 148 yards and 2 interceptions. That gives him 9 interceptions for the season so far. And we got to get some plays here fast. Some quick screens, That's the issue, is that with Geno Smith, the issue is that I just don't have any ability to throw the ball long. So we got to keep it somewhat short. Boyle out there at the sideline. I thought it looked like that pass was incomplete to me. We'll see. I'll have to see if that's reviewed. Yep, there comes a review. Indianapolis is going to challenge that play, and my guess is that is going to be an incomplete pass, because I'm pretty sure he was way out of bounds. I don't think he got either foot in. There's the catch. Right foot, maybe. Left foot, no way. So that's going to come back. We're going to skip ahead here. So it is going to be 2nd and 10. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the game. Let's see if the Flyers can do anything here. Wright's going to come here in motion. We're going to keep McKinnon again in here to block. So maybe if we can get the ball here to Wright. No, he's covered. Throw it there to Richardson, but he's going to drop it on the hit. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10. We need some kind of play here that's going to allow us to get at least a first down. I suppose at this point we have to go for it on 4th down anyway, but all right, we're going to go with this play here. Specifically looking for Boyle on the outside there. Richardson coming across the middle. But it's got to be a long pass play here, so we're going to throw it right over the middle here to Wright. He is going to get the first down, so nice play there by the Flyers. Let's get moving, although it is the 2-minute warning. So with 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter, the Colts are leading 34-20. Flyers have the ball and are driving, I guess, if you want to call it that at this point. They've gotten 1 first down. Let's see if we can continue to get somewhere to score some points here. McKinnon is going to run out here to the side, although they're coming over here to the left, it looks like, so I'm going to keep him in to block. I'm going to throw it, and it's going to be, the safety was right there. Luckily, that was not intercepted. We're going to switch up the play here a little bit. Interestingly, we just don't have a lot of options for longer pass plays as part of this playbook here. McKinnon again here is in the backfield. We are going to keep him in again to block. Just feel like that gives me the best shot here to not give up a sack. But we give up the sack anyway. Hanskins with the sack there. Ultimately, just not enough time to get the play off. We're going to come back here with the same play again. Keep McKinnon in to block again. And hope that somebody can block somebody this time. Woo, overthrown there to Chris Thompson. Every time I throw a long pass, I just kind of hold my breath. 4th and long. Fourth and long here with 1 minute and 27 seconds left. Geno Smith, let's see if we can get a first down. Woo, wildly off target there. And that is pretty much going to be the game. Couldn't get anything going. Geno Smith, incomplete pass after incomplete pass there at the end, as well as giving up a sack. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be the end of this game. We'll play it out here, but I don't know that there's any way at this point that the Flyers could do anything here, barring some sort of crazy fumble return for a touchdown, and then onside kick, and then another score. That's about the only way in which the Flyers could make a comeback here, which does not seem likely. What I should do just for fun is kind of switch up the coaching adjustments. It would help if I probably called timeouts too. If something crazy was going to happen, that timeouts need to happen. just for fun, let's make some coaching adjustments here. I don't really use these very often, but let's say I want to strip the ball and I want to aggressively tackle. Let's go with those for now because all they're doing is running the ball anyway. Put on this gap press. That seems to be my favorite defensive play against a team when they think for sure they're going to run the ball, which I'm assuming they're going to do at this point. Oh, but he's breaking tackles. Jeremy Hill's breaking tackles. And that's going to be a first down. And I think at this point, I'm just going to let the time run out. No reason for me to call any more timeouts. Probably shouldn't have even done the last one. We're just going to let this go. Indianapolis Colts are going to get their first win on the season. That's going to make their record running 4. The Flyers are now going to be 2-3. Heading into week 6 next week. Which again isn't necessarily a bad start considering we're an expansion team. This is somewhat of a disappointing loss as we started out the game 14-0, and then the Colts turned it on and we just weren't able to do anything to keep them from scoring. They just kind of kept scoring at will. Tyler Gabriel opened the scoring for the Colts off a pinball tackle crazy thing that happened. Now I would say that about this game is that a couple of the touchdowns for sure were just crazy touchdowns. That first one with Tyler Gabriel coming across the middle there, barely caught the ball for 3 or 4 yards, and then next thing you know, he's pinballing off of defenders and runs it all the way in for a long touchdown. And then that other play with Andrew Luck where, Barron comes in to make the sack and somehow he breaks away from the sack. It's like Barron hit him right in the chest. And somehow Andrew Luck was able to get away, rolls out to the left, throws it back to a Wilson coming back towards the ball. He ducks down underneath the tackle, breaks 2 more tackles, and runs it all the way in for a touchdown. So, a couple of those plays were just crazy plays. I'm going to chalk that up to home field advantage, getting that home cooking. Taking a quick look here at some stats of the game. Andrew Luck had a monster game, 19 of 22, 308 yards, 86 completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Geno Smith continues to struggle, 7 of 28 for 159 yards. I mean, it is a 60% completion percentage, but he threw 2 interceptions. So contemplating whether or not it's time to think about a change at quarterback. My backup at this point is Brett Hundley. The other option is the rookie that I drafted in the 4th or 5th round. He's about a 70 overall with quick development. Who is kind of a West Coast quarterback, can definitely run kind of in the same mold as Geno Smith. I don't know that his accuracy ratings are as good as Geno Smith's, but at this point I don't know that matters. So, those are kind of 2 options I could think about just to switch it up. I mean, he's now got, overall maybe 1,000 yards for the season, 5 games in, 4 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. So we might have to think about making a change. Our season's not done by any means at 2-3. So maybe that's where you think, well, maybe it's not necessary. But we'll continue to think about that until the next game here. Rushing stats real quick. 19 attempts, 101 for Hill. McKinnon was 12 of 71. Smith was 10 for 32. Kendrick West was 4 for 67, so he had a couple nice runs there. Receiving, Coates had 5 catches for 50 yards. That's by far his best game for the Flyers. Excuse me again. 4 for 46 for Patterson. Gabriel had that one nice long play. Also, Albert Wilson, he was the other one that had that other crazy play. So those are kind of those monster numbers for those 2 guys. Sorry, excuse me. Maybe not monster numbers, but that's what got most of their numbers. Quick look at defense. Defensively there, it looks like not a whole ton of tackles actually. 9 and 12 are the highs. I'm really more concerned about the Flyers. 8 tackles by Hillman. He's probably by far my best defender. Superstar middle linebacker. Sacks, a couple of sacks for Ray Armstrong. He had a nice game breaking off those breaking off the right tackles there. But only 4 sacks on the game here for the Flyers. Looking again, just because I want to compare here, 4 sacks also for the Colts. So it seems like it's making a big difference, kind of switching up, my blocking assignments really for the offense. That's making a big difference here in the last 2 games. It's only given up 4 and 3 in the last game. Previously it was 6 and 7 in the first 3 games. So that's making a big difference. Nice change there to help out the offensive linemen. Let's go ahead and move out of this game here. There are a couple other things I want to take care of before we end this stream for the night. We do want to take a quick look at some signings, who might need to be signed, who is looking to be signed, I should say, at this point in the season. I don't really know that I want to make any signings at this point. Everyone that's kind of looking to sign are people, at this point that I don't know that I'm ready to re-sign. Some of them I might let test free agency. There's nobody on this team that is, that high of an overall that they're going to get some sort of crazy package from another team. So I feel like if I really want to get these guys back, I could very easily just let them go into free agency and sign them for less money. One big person is this one, Cordell Patterson. He's somebody I wouldn't probably mind keeping around, but I don't know that I want to pay him as much as he wants. 3 years, 10 million. At age 27, I just don't know if that makes sense. Not that we don't have the money, but at the same time, we could pick up somebody else in the draft. Not that he still wouldn't continue to be useful for sure, but maybe I can get him for less money. Shikandre West, kind of the same deal. Although I don't really know that he technically is a speed halfback, which is kind of what I want, what I'm looking for. But I feel like I could potentially find faster, although his acceleration is great. But I do have McKinnon and Chris Thompson and some of those other guys that I feel like maybe fit the mold a little bit more for what I want. Although it's kind of nice to have West. It seems like he breaks a little bit more tackles versus the other guys there who pretty much get tackled on first hit. Although McKinnon's been fighting pretty hard lately. Alan Bailey here. He's just getting up there in age. He's 29. I just don't really know that it makes sense, especially for a right end. Again, 3 years, 11 million at that age. I just don't know if that makes sense. So I think at this point we're going to let him walk. Ray Armstrong, who did have a really good game just now. He's also 27 years old. He's again wanting the same thing. 3 years. He's only 9.8 million. Actually, that might not be too bad. Let's see, just for curiosity's sake, let's drop it down to like 2. I don't think he's going to want that, but this will take it. If I increase it to 4, it's a pretty low cap hit number. That'll take him to age 31. And let's see what he wants to do with this. He's going to say money stinks. Yep, likes the contract, but that's about it. I figured that'd be the case, but I figured I also have to try. So we'll worry about some of those other guys at a different time. Let's look at let's scout some players here. I'm going to concentrate on the offensive line at this point. I've kind of started scouting some left tackles here, which I think could be important. I do want to make sure that we're keeping with my philosophy here, which is I really should be running the ball more than I probably am, especially with Geno Smith. But that doesn't mean that you don't want to. Well, B-. I usually skip after B-. I usually move on. Pass blocker. None of these left tackles are looking that great. Yikes. So if we want a left tackle, really the only option is going to be this Corey Highsmith. I'm going to put him on the draft board just because, but I mean, no matter what, we need help across the board, so I'm not trying to be picky. You know, a zone blocking guard is probably a little bit more what's going to fit the mold of what I want. I want, especially for a guard, impact block, run block, like this guy I kind of like, this Vincent Mack. You know, for this team and for the mold of the team, high impact block is good. So that's I want to keep him on my draft board. That's going to do it. I kind of used up all my points. I can't remember what my scout is. I should be able to at least unlock one other one here. I just don't know what my scout gives me. Keeping an eye out for 15 points. That should drop down to 11, depending on what your scout is. Here we go. So defensive back, that's going to drop down to 11 points there. So I should just be able to get. Do I want to do a corner? Do I want to do a free safety or a strong safety? I think we got to start with the corners here. So let's just do this one. Zone coverage. That's B zone coverage for a first round prospect. I don't know if that seems very good to me, but all right. I think that's going to do it for this week. We're looking ahead to next week. We're going to the Broncos at 2-3. Going to the Broncos. That'll be another tough game. For curiosity's sake here, oops. The Broncos are currently sitting at 3-1 there and leading the division. So that's going to be a tough game for sure. Let's take a look at their players and stats. What their roster currently sits at. Again, this is kind of the second season, if you will, in a franchise. So, you know, there's been some turnover, obviously, on who's on what teams. Let's take a quick look at the Broncos for next week. Von Miller's still there, 99 overall. Chris Harris, Talib, Ingram. So they must have picked up Mark Ingram. Simeon is still their quarterback. Paxton Lynch is still there. So quarterbacks haven't really changed for the Broncos as much as they have in this real offseason. They still have C.J. Anderson, Devontae Booker. So in all reality, they look very similar to what they actually look like in real life this past season. They do have a new tight end there, and Carlos Aguirre. I don't know that anybody really cares. Derek Wolfe. Melvin Ingram is our 91 overall right end. D tackles. Brandon Marshall. Pretty much across the board, they look fairly similar. So no big changes. In fact, they still actually have T.J. Ward, and that has to do more with the fact that part of, again, the same deal with all these slider things is it has to do with using the preseason rosters. I did try to make some changes, some of the bigger names off of that preseason roster as I started this, but some of them didn't get quite changed enough. Obviously, T.J. Ward was let go by the Broncos, but yet he is still on the team. So, quick look at the stats. Again, we're going to have to think about making some changes. I think I just can't decide what the right thing to do is. Taking a quick look here at my quarterback situation. Brent Hundley hasn't really played yet. I struggled with these three guys even during the preseason. Nobody really stood out above the rest. I gave them all equal opportunity, and they were all about the same. And so ultimately, I just decided to start Geno Smith. And I don't really know what I was basing that on, other than I don't know what I was basing that on, other than maybe I feel like he slightly played better during the preseason, but it was very minimal, if at all. I was maybe going just off overall more than anything. So, looking at just the stats here, throw power wise, him and Brent Hundley are equal throw power. Short accuracy is actually better for Brent Hundley, but then medium accuracy is not. Although I don't know at this point in the season that Geno Smith's medium accuracy has been very good. So maybe in that regard, it's time for a change, you know. And then the question is whether or not you skip Brett Hundley altogether and you come down here to Darrell Williams, whose throw power is a little bit less, but short accuracy, you know, is the same as Brett Hundley. His medium accuracy is slightly better. Deep accuracy is all the same. You know, we can see at this point where Darrell Williams is, how well he plays. He can garner some more XP, which then I can use to upgrade him a little bit, and maybe by the end of this season he actually could be better than both of these guys. So it's just something to think about. If anybody has any comments or thoughts about that, I'd appreciate it. I'm leaning towards switching it up. Even sitting at 2 and 3, like I said, I don't know that a change is necessarily needs to be made, but I'm kind of getting a little bit tired of, you know, these games with Geno Smith throwing the ball all over the place and throwing a ton of interceptions. Part of that's on me, but part of it is on, you know, the inaccuracies of the player. So some of it's bad decisions by me. Some of it's just crazy inaccuracies. So I'm sure it's half and half, but in any case, anything I can do to help alleviate that could make this Flyers team better. So any thoughts about that moving forward? I appreciate it. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think moving forward here. Let's go ahead and advance the week. Moving ahead here to week 6. Again, I appreciate you guys watching. This is going to do it here for this stream this evening. It is now time for me to get to bed. You know, the kids are asleep, and it's now my turn to go to sleep. So I appreciate you watching. Thanks for your support. Please, you know, follow me on Twitch. You know, do all the right stuff for subscribing on YouTube. Hit that bell. Do all the things. All the things you need to do. I appreciate the support. I'm just starting out with this. I'd love it to grow. I'd love it to continue to get better. If you have any suggestions, I'd love that. I'm open to the possibilities of taking this in any direction that anybody wants to follow and anybody wants me to try to go, assuming that it is keeping with the theme and playing some football games and games that I enjoy playing. So thanks again for your support, and we'll see you next time. The plan is to potentially do week 6 tomorrow night. So if you would like to, you know, take a look again tomorrow night, we'll be back for week 6 against the Broncos. Thank you again, and have a good night.